Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington DC, I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Lurie Garden works because it's designed as a controlled natural system inside a highly structured urban environment, and that contrast is what defines the space. Instead of open lawn, this area uses dense planting, defined pathways, and layered vegetation to create a contained environment within the Millennium Park. The garden is divided into two main sections, often described as the dark plate and the light plate, and that concept reflects both design and function. One side uses denser planting and shade to create a more enclosed feel, while the other opens up with lighter vegetation and more exposure to sunlight. This is not just visual, because it changes how people move through the space. The pathways guide you through a sequence rather than allowing direct crossing, and that creates a slower, more controlled experience. The planting itself is designed to reflect the natural landscape that once existed here, before the city was built over it. This adds an ecological layer, where the garden is not only aesthetic, but also supports biodiversity within the urban environment. Moving out of the garden, the space opens dramatically into the Pritzker Pavilion, and this shift in scale is deliberate. Where the garden is enclosed and controlled, the pavilion is open and expansive. The pavilion is designed as an outdoor performance space, but what makes it work is the integration of sound engineering into the structure itself. The metal framework extends out over into the lawn, and this is not just visual, it supports a distributed speaker system. That system allows sound to be projected evenly across the large area, so people sitting further back hear the performance with the same clarity as those close to the stage. This turns a large open lawn into a functional concert space. The seating area is also structured in layers, with fixed seating closer to the stage and open lawn space further back. This allows the space to be handled in different types of use, from formal events to casual attendance. What makes this effective is the pavilion is not isolated, it is integrated into the park system. Movement flows through the space even when events are not taking place. As you move through this area, the visual focus begins to shift again, and the reflective surface of Cloud Gate starts to appear ahead. This creates a transition point where the space moves from performance and landscape into one of the most recognizable features in the park. That progression from controlled garden to open performance space and then towards the central landmark is what gives the section of Millennium Park its structure, because each area has a defined role within a larger system.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.